guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a reading vlog in my brand new Kindle that my sister got me. I'm going to be reading the book Yesteryear. I have no idea what this book is even about. I'm going to go into it blindly because I really enjoyed the experience of the last reading vlog where I didn't know anything about what was going on in that book or what it was going to be about. I just was able to get into the book and experience it authentically with my own opinions and reactions to the book, because the last book that I read, which was The Last Letter, I was way too prepared for what I was supposed to expect or how I was supposed to feel reading that book, and I feel like it didn't really give me an authentic experience while reading it. So I'm now going to read this book called Yesteryear, and we're going to see how it is. I don't even know what type of book this is. Like, I don't know what the genre of this book is, so we'll see as we read along. But right now I am 4% into the book. I'm gonna get through this first chapter and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it so far. For the first 12 pages that I have read, though, all I know is that it's about this lady who lives in this nice house. She has her own farm. She has a bunch of kids, a husband, and all she talks about right now is how perfect her life is. And she does content creation, so she has somebody that works for her who helps produces her content, and then she has 2 nannies that also help take care of all her kids with her husband, and she just has this perfect life. And that's what her content is basically about, is her perfect life as a farm housewife, basically a trad wife. I believe that's where I left off. Her kids are saying trad wife. I think they're making fun of her or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading and see where this book takes me. I have my Drizzlicious snacks that I'm gonna be snacking on while reading, and my Kindle. Hi guys, it's a couple days later and I want to give a quick update on where I'm at in the book right now. And I forgot to mention that this vlog is going to have spoilers. My reading vlogs will have spoilers. That's just how it is, but I have to give that disclaimer for people who like to watch these without a spoiler. Mine will have spoilers. I talk about the entire book in its entirety because I want to see if people agree with my opinion or not. So I've only made it about 13% into the book now, and I'm actually genuinely confused. Like, very, very confused. It starts off in the past, which I kind of explained to you guys, where it's about this wife who's a content creator, and she talks about how perfect her life is and how basically she literally has like this picture perfect life. She has her own home, her own farm, lots of kids, a husband, all of that, and it all seems perfect. And then that chapter basically ends with her saying he cheated on her and now he's ready to run for like mayor or something like that. Basically, what I'm confused about is now we're in the present and she wakes up in her home and she's basically saying like it's her home, but it doesn't really feel like her home. It doesn't really look like her home. Her kids look like her kids, but are not her kids. Her husband looks like her husband, but is not her husband. And she's just confused. And I'm confused. So like she approaches or she says something to one of the kids about her, or she asks them like, who are you? And they just react like, you know, like this is normal for her to act confused like this. She goes outside to the barn and she sees her husband there, and he looks like her husband but not quite her husband. And then that's when she like gets into this fight or flight mode, and she's telling him like, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. And he's responding too as if this is normal. So I'm thinking like, is she like schizophrenic or something, or does she have some sort of like issues? Like, like is something wrong with her? Like she thinks that she has this perfect life, but really in reality she doesn't. Cause like I'm like, I don't get it. And so then she like runs away from the husband and he's chasing her and he captures her. She spits in his face. She's trying to fight back. And he tells her a good wife doesn't talk to her husband like that. And he hits her. He knocks her out. And I'm like, what the hell? I thought this was like the perfect man. So I'm like so confused. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on. It's saying it's chapter 3, but I've already like read the whole like past thing, which felt like a super long chapter. But this part, like it's like, okay, it was like chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 within the present part of the book. I don't know if it's called chapters because it doesn't say chapter. I don't know. Y'all, I'm not really that book savvy. So I'm technically on chapter 3, section 3 of the present. And now I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on because she's talking about how she grew up and stuff right now. So I'm going to continue to read. I'm on page 45, 13% into the book, and let's see where we go from there. I have my coffee and I'm just going to get cozy and read. Y'all, I am so confused. You guys, I think I finally cracked the code on this camera. I realized that because I film in the D-Log setting, which basically records all my videos in this flat, like kind of just one not very vibrant setting of colors, and I go and download them onto the DJI app and color recovery all my clips and download them all together. They download back onto my iPad in that same flat color scale setting. When I try to do my own manual color grading, it doesn't come out as vibrant as it does when I do the color recovery through the app itself. I realize I have to download each clip on its own, add the color recovery to each clip separately, and then download each clip one by one, which takes me a lot longer than before. If I had issues before with my editing process and how long it takes, then I'm definitely gonna have issues with it now. But I wanted to touch base on where I'm at right now with yesteryear. I am now about 50% into the book, and my opinion has completely changed from what it was in the beginning. I am still very much confused as far as what's going on here. It's kind of feeling like she's been dumped in some alternate reality of her life, and it feels like some sort of life lesson for her. To me, it feels like that, like she needs to be, like, I have this feeling that in the end, like maybe she's gonna be able to go back to her actual reality and she'll maybe go about it a little bit differently. The main female character in this book is very rude. I feel like she's very mean, she's very rude, and very disrespectful, but in her head, not towards other people actually out loud. But the things that she thinks about the people around her is just like, it's messed up. Basically every other chapter in this book, we're jumping back and forth between her past, where it's her real life, and her present, which is where she is at right now. And it's like she's like stuck in this 1800s version of her home and her family life, and she's still like trying to escape. She's not accepting the fact that that is her reality. I'm not accepting the fact that it's her reality. But in the past, she was 6 months pregnant, and now she's dumped into this version of her reality where she's no longer pregnant, and she has this really mean, abusive, I believe, husband, and her kids, her oldest daughter is kind of mean to her as well. It's kind of just like this like really messed up version of her life that is not actually her life. In a way, I kind of feel sorry for her because of the way that she was raised, to believe that a woman is to marry a husband, no matter how messed up the husband is, no matter how he treats her or whatever, like, you are obligated to stay married to this person. And she really, really believes that. Like, that is what her mother has taught her. There is this scene in the book where she's talking to her sister and her mom, and her sister is 5 months pregnant, and she admits to wanting to get a divorce from her husband. She's like smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while pregnant. Like, you can clearly tell that her sister is very much so unhappy and really going through a hard time in her life right now. She's 5 kids deep with this man, but she's not happy. And the main character, her name is Natalie, by the way, she tells her sister, like, no, you can't divorce this man. Like, you have 5 kids with him. Basically, who cares if he's hitting you, like if he's possibly, you know, abusive towards her, or if he's a bad person or whatever. Like, you made that vow, you gotta stay married to him. There's nothing that you can do about it. And she's like very stern on that, and it makes me feel kind of bad for herself and her sister, because this is what they were taught, and it's horrible. Because Natalie's situation, like, I thought that this man was the perfect man, is what she kind of made him out to seem like, as far as the beginning of the book went, when she was talking about how perfect her life was, just to find out, like, he doesn't want to get intimate with her at all. He was not very motivated in wanting to have a job or anything like that. He's basically this spoiled rich kid whose parents provide everything for him, and she is basically building their life together with no credit for her. It's kind of sad to see, like, the way that they literally had to have their second child, which is where I'm at right now. In the past, she just made him go and do his business in private and give her, you know, the stuff, and she injected it herself just to get pregnant, because she made this, like, it's a lot. I don't know, it's a lot going on, and probably what I'm saying doesn't even make sense, but it just seems like she's really, like, settling for this man and still trying to build this dream life so that she can look like she's better than everybody around her. And it's sad. And then she keeps referencing to this girl that she went to college with. Her name was Rena. And she basically stalks her life and how completely opposite her life is and different from her. And she talks a lot of mess about it. But I think that she's really just jealous of the life that Rena has compared to her. But she has to talk, like, down to her a lot just to feel good about herself, if that makes sense. I don't know. But with all that being said, I think the book is actually pretty good so far. And since I'm 50% into it, and I do think I like it, I am currently at Barnes & Noble to get the hard copy so that I can add it to my physical library. I want to also see if maybe I'll get another book from the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series. I do have the Gingerbread Bakery, which was given to me as a gift from my girlfriend for Christmas. I'll see what other ones they have and if I might want to buy that. So we'll see what I can find when I go in there. I got the book and it is huge. I did not think it was gonna be like this big. Like, look at the size of it compared to my head. I only ended up getting the book because I was looking at the pumpkin spice series, but I'm just gonna go ahead and read the gingerbread one when I'm ready to, when it's more of like fall time, and maybe I'll come back and see if I want to get the other ones too, more closer into fall, because they're, or Christmas winter time, because that seems like more for that season. So I'll have to save that for a later day. I also was looking at the Riley Sager books. I really wanted to read one of his books that I was recommended, but I can't remember if it was Home Before Dark or Lock Every Door. So I want to do my research just to make sure when I do come and get it that I get the right one. But I did get me the copy of Yesteryear, and they only have the hard copy, which is fine. I don't mind the hard copy. Honestly, I feel like it stands up better when I like start to have my little library collection. Stopped at the little Starbucks that they have in there, and I got myself this birthday cake pop. The little cake pop matches my outfit, y'all. Okay, it's the same day, but it's a little bit later. I'm going to continue reading. I'm 64% in, but I just wanted to make a point that I think I forgot to mention earlier. And it's that I don't think I really like the female character in this book, Natalie. She's just a very mean person, and she's like borderline racist. Just by the little comments that she makes and the things that she says, it seems like she's a little racist. But I'm going to go ahead and read 64% into the book, page 245. It's already a little late, so I don't think I'm going to finish the book tonight. It's many days later now, and I am currently editing the video that you guys are watching right now. And I was just looking at the part where I'm basically explaining what the book is about, and I feel like I'm not explaining it clearly enough. So I just want to give like a quick little breakdown of what the book is kind of about. Basically, what I was trying to explain is that the book starts off in the past. It's titled The Past, and it talks about her telling her story from her point of view and how perfect her life is and how she has this husband, farm, everything. So then we go into the next section of the book, which is titled The Present. And in this section of the book, it's broken up into chapters, and every other chapter goes back and forth between her being woken up in this alternate reality version of her life that's kind of like based in the 1800s version of her life. It's like completely opposite of what she said her life was like before. So then that alternates with every other chapter that's basically based in her life that she is familiar with, that she knows. And it starts off with her in college. And then we're basically reading up until the point, I feel like, of where she blacks out and gets put into this alternate reality. So we kind of go a little bit backwards. And that's why I kept calling it The Past, because it's alternating between her younger self and this version of herself that was dropped into this alternate reality. As we're going through each chapter, we're learning more about how she ended up in that perfect life situation that she was talking about so much in the first section of the book. And we're seeing that her life isn't all so perfect as she was trying to make us believe it was in the beginning of the book. That basically she had to build the life that she was living, and it's actually not all that perfect. So she got pregnant with her first child in college by her boyfriend, who later became her husband. As time goes on, you learn that her husband actually isn't all that perfect, that he wasn't really great on the intimacy side of the relationship. He's not great at the work side of the relationship, like being the provider. He doesn't like to work. He's very unmotivated, spoiled by his parents. Everything that he ever got was provided to him by his parents. And she's learning this about him. She realizes that she got herself stuck in a situation that she's not so happy with, which is why she always compares the life that she has to the life of her college roommate, who is completely different from her, who gets to live this completely opposite life where she's not married, she's young, single, and is basically working a regular corporate type job. And she seems to be a little bit jealous of that, but she tries to convince herself that her life is better, so she's not jealous of it. But she is. She's jealous. Like, we all know she's jealous of it. As we're reading along each chapter of that part of her life, we're getting closer and closer to the moment where we last left off in the other section, the past section. I'm still about 64% into the book, so I'm going to try to do a little bit of reading right now. Nothing much has actually happened with her life in the alternate reality version. The only pretty disheartening thing that happened was where she ended up having to be intimate with this version of her husband that's not her husband. She said he looks like an older version of him, so we call him Old Caleb. His name is Caleb in the book. She calls him Old Caleb. She had to be intimate with him, and at first it seemed like she wasn't really wanting it, but then she ended up liking it. I feel like a part of her probably missed that feeling of intimacy because all her kids, all of them were conceived by being, with the process that I explained before. There's literally zero romance in this relationship that she has, and I think she kind of maybe enjoyed it a little bit because she finally got to have that, kind of. So I'm gonna continue reading and see where this goes. I just want to know if she's gonna have some awakening where she actually likes her life. I got this face mask that I'm gonna put on. It's one of those ones that you can wear overnight or you can have it on for 2 hours. So that might be my timer that I give myself. It's supposed to start off in one color and then it changes into a clear film on my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and get to reading. I definitely thought that by the packaging that this mask was going to be pink, but it's not, but it's okay. I can't look at myself. I probably look so ridiculous right now, but it's for the beauty of it all. I got this little lip mask that I'm going to add. Oh, sorry, jump scare. But I also forgot to mention that her husband's parents are the one that paid for this farm, the ranch, this whole life that she asked for. So in return, Caleb's father told her that she needs to have as many kids as possible with his son because he wants his son to have this big family. That is why she's forcing herself to get pregnant to have all these babies for him. Also, they made her sign a prenup for the marriage, and she has no rights to this ranch or the house or anything like that. So she's basically living off of her husband while trying to provide this life for her husband at the same time. I went to get myself a little nectarine and I'm going to continue reading. And I also noticed that I think it's been almost an hour now and my face mask doesn't really look like it's dissolving or whatever the way that it says it's supposed to. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue reading. I'm gonna take this off and then I'm gonna tell you guys where I'm at in the book. It did actually end up turning clear, and I can see how this could be fully clear, if I wore it overnight, but I'm ready to take it off now. Ooh, you guys see how glowy my skin is. Whoa. So I am 86% into the book, and y'all, it's getting good. It's getting good. I'm like, okay, we're getting closer and closer to the end. So far, we're pretty much in the present time, moving up to the moment to where she had her last day in her real life. And girl, it's interesting. Her life is literally a whole freaking mess, y'all. Like, this girl, I feel bad for her. I don't like her. I hate her. I love her. It's like all of this like mixed up in one. Like, I don't even know what feelings I have towards her. When you guys saw me reacting earlier, that was literally me reacting to her approaching the girl that her husband cheated on her with. I don't know if I explained this in the beginning, but we find out that her husband had been cheating on her with her producer that helps her make her Instagram videos and stuff. We got to see where she approaches her, and girl, she basically strangled her. So Shannon, which is the name of the producer, Shannon quit working for them. And I'm like getting to the point where Shannon's about to do this public interview where she shows all the behind the scenes footage of what's really been going on that ranch, like all the pesticide bins, because it's supposed to be an organic farm, that they've been lying about that they have people working on the fields on their farm, also kind of lied about the nannies that she has, that she lied about having. What she's saying is that she didn't lie about these things, she just never told the internet that she has all this help. Shannon is gonna expose them for all of the little secrets and stuff that she has. And I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with that. Natalie, in the alternate universe situation, is finally getting the chance to leave the ranch because one of the youngest daughters got sick. So she's gonna leave to go find a doctor, but Natalie's planning on not coming back. I'm curious to see like where is she gonna end up, because she asked the oldest daughter who's helping her like pack up and stuff, like if she's ever been beyond that ranch, and she said yes, she did go once, and she did see a house that looked similar to theirs, but it was a lot nicer. So it makes me wonder. It's kind of like, I'm like, did she see the nicer version of the ranch that they live on? Like, how is it gonna all come together? That's what I'm curious about. So I'm gonna continue reading. I'm planning on finishing this book tonight. I believe we're gonna have dinner though, and I'm so excited because we're making vodka pasta for dinner with chicken. Vodka pasta is literally my favorite pasta, so I'm so excited for this. I might have to take a break and help cook dinner and then come back and finish reading this book tonight, because I need to know how this story ends. Like, I need to know tonight. I don't want to push it off anymore.
Yeah. Okay, because next it's telling me whipping cream, so vodka first. Only the best. Great goose. Lucas, why are you so excited? You wanted some vodka too?
61 seconds left.
It's gonna be good though. It is good. Okay, you guys, I just made me some cinnamon rolls and I am gonna finish reading my book tonight. I am at 88%, so I'm almost done. All right, guys, I finally finished the book. That lady was crazy the whole time. I thought it was gonna be some like time travel, some weird portal or something like that, but it turns out she was crazy this whole entire time. She actually was with her family this entire time, and the kids were her kids, but they were her kids that she had after the first like 5 kids. The first 5 kids ended up leaving her because she went crazy. After she was exposed by her producer, she decided to change her house back to the like original state that it was, like more of like a 18th 19th century styled home with the bathrooms outside and all that, so that she could actually live the life that she said or pretended like she was living on Instagram. So what I thought was an alternate reality was actually her in her 50s, and she's a little crazy now, and I guess she forgot about the life that she had, because being in that style home like kind of messes with her brain, because it's still her house, but it's like she changed her whole entire reality, and she changed the way that she raised her new set of kids. And then she ended up going to jail for child abuse in the end. And her and that man, her husband, they toxic. They end up telling each other that they hate each other, and they still decide to stay with each other. And their first daughter came and took the kids away, and I guess she got custody of them, and now she's raising the kids. Yeah, the book was pretty crazy, I guess. It's a good book. It did have me like wondering what the heck was going on for the whole book, and the ending was pretty good. Like I feel like I got good closure from this book, but I don't know, maybe like a 4.7 stars is what I give it. But now I'm about to go to bed because it is almost midnight and I'm tired. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this reading vlog, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.